Hi, it's Adrienne here with my second check-in video from my arrangement of the song Hotline Bling by Drake. In my first video, I used a chord progression that had 3 chords. The 3 chords were C major, A minor, and E minor. And then after doing more research, watching more videos on YouTube, I was able to learn a new chord progression, and this chord progression has 4 chords instead, which adds a chord, which is one of the things that I said I wanted to try. And the new chord progression is D minor, F major, A minor, and C major. So this is the new chord progression that I'm going to use, and hopefully I'll also be able to add in some new strum patterns, which is one of the things I wanted to do, and maybe try some arpeggiation of the chords, which could serve as my melody in the final work. So here's my new performance of Hotline Bling by Drake. You used to call me on my cell phone late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone late night when you need my love. I know when that hotline bling, that can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline bling, I left the city. Got a reputation for yourself now. Everybody knows and I feel left out. Girl, you got me down, you got me stressed out. Ever since I left the city, you started wearing less and going out more. Glasses of champagne out on the dance floor. On my cell phone late night when you need my love. Call me on my cell phone late night when you need my love. I know in that hotline bling, that can only mean one thing. I know when that hotline bling, So in order to reflect on this process, I have some few things that I have in mind that I want to fix, and maybe some new things that I'd like to explore. One thing that I'd like to work on is I probably need to work on practicing the chord progression more, because since it's new, the fingerings are still fitting into my fingers, considering I learned it a different way before. So if I practice it more repetitively over and over again, I'll be more comfortable with it, and therefore there won't be any awkward pauses when I'm finally performing in the final video. Another thing that I'd like to do is, I use different strum patterns this time, which is one thing I definitely wanted to do, but what I need to do is actually plan out where I'm going to do each strum pattern so that the differences are evident and so that I can keep them in mind and it doesn't mess me up when I'm thinking about, oh, what should I do next to make the strum pattern interesting or make the rhythm more interesting. Another thing I think I can explore is some variations in the melody, because in those lower parts on the verses it kind of gets really simple and boring. So I could probably look up more videos online with or without ukulele playing of people performing the song in their voice to see what variations they have on those lower verses. And I think that it would be a good idea for me to begin looking into the whole band hub recording, because I believe this time we definitely have to use band hub. In the past I've only used a cappella, so I'm going to have to figure out how to do that on my computer and record it with good quality so that the sound is clear and the picture is clear. And so that's something I'm going to have to start exploring soon as we're nearing the end of this project. But all in all, I like the differences that I've made, the changes I've made to the chord progressions. I think it's going to make it more fun to learn, and hopefully I'll be able to continue this process and learn more so that when the final project comes around, I'm able to record it and be satisfied with my final result.